about the military? Dave mentioned that. Congress did get something done here. Service members will get their paychecks without delay. Civilians working for the Department of Defense, well, that's another story. And Javier is out at Luke Air Force Base this morning with more on that part of the story. Javi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Scott. And it's interesting because already the message has been passed down. We've been outside of Luke Air Force Base for about an hour or so, and what we have noticed is most of the people, or all of the people so far pulling into Luke, are in uniform because the civilian people, workers, were told stay home, and there's actually about 1,400 of them out of Luke Air Force Base. We want to bring in Bob Hockensmith. He's not only a retired colonel, but also a CPA, so we're going to talk to you on two fronts here. Okay. But when you talk about the civilian worker, who was told to stay home?
Well, mostly you'll find anybody who is a federal employee, not in the military, not active military, but a federal employee, Department of Defense employee, they were told to stay home around midnight. Either they received a phone call, or they got a text message, or they got an email saying, do not come into work unless we tell you otherwise. And then usually they'll have to check in every 4 hours to make sure.
And some of those people include a National Guard reservists.
National Guard reservists, got like FEMA employees, for instance, the Federal Emergency Management Agency. You got a lot of people, not just active military, that are all being told this.
All right, let's talk money here, because for the common folk out there, they're wondering, how does this affect my bottom line?
Right. For about 800,000 federal employees, they're not going to get paid today. And worse yet, unless some special rule is passed, they won't see this back pay either. This is gone money. And then for every day that it continues on, this is less and less money they're going to be earning for the year.
What about for those folks? We're coming out of a recession. They've watched their 401k drop off. Right. Will this affect their 401k?
Well, yesterday the stock market dropped 129 points. We do expect to see the stock market actually, believe it or not, go up a little bit, because the stock market actually baked in, if you will, the expectation that this shutdown was going to occur. So today we should see the stock market pretty much level off. But as we've said before, if you're a long-term investor, this is nothing but a bump. If you're getting ready to retire, this could have an effect on you within the next 6 months to a year.
All right, good information. Thank you very much. Gentlemen here, breaking it all down to the common folk out there. What does this mean? We hear about a shutdown. Does this affect my bottom line? He says in the long term, it shouldn't. Back to you.
All right.